What's the big deal with the South China Sea? Is it becoming a new flashpoint in international security? Hello, and welcome to GPI Forward. I'm Ty Reagan. Joining me, Paolo von Schirach, editor of the Schirach Report and president of the Global Policy Institute. An international court of arbitration decided against China today. What were the specifics of that case? What's it based on?
Well, it's based on a claim that was laid by, or a complaint rather, by the state of the Philippines, because there is a big deal going on in the South China Sea. China has progressively claimed sovereignty over a variety of small rocks, islands, and assorted reefs scattered around the South China Sea, including some that are very close to the coast of the Philippines. And the Philippines, of course, is not very happy about all this and brought the case to The Hague, to this court of arbitration.
Why do the Philippines care about a bunch of little rocks?
Good question. Certainly nobody lives there. This is not something that has immediate economic value, but it has strategic value. China, by laying claims on all these scattered rocks in the South China Sea, is essentially saying, based on international law, that it has it has sovereignty over these pieces of small pieces of land, and that it has exclusive economic zones. If one would accept this logic, the entire South China Sea belongs to China.
So what was the significance of the ruling?
A big one, because the Court of Arbitration simply said that China has no legal basis for these claims, zero legal basis, and that therefore all its activities, which have included building up these rocks and creating bases on them, including bases that can accommodate airplanes and helicopters and what have you, are essentially illegal from the standpoint of international law.
So it's over, the situation in the South China Sea, now that the courts come down?
Not so easy. The Chinese have already said, and they had basically pre-announced that what their position was going to be. They say, we do not recognize the sovereignty, the jurisdiction, so to speak, of the court on this matter, and this is a piece of paper, the judgment, and we shall not follow it, because we believe actually, that these islands and rocks and what have you are all ours, and that our claims of sovereignty are completely justified, and watch out, all of you. That would include the Philippines, it will include Malaysia, it would include Vietnam and other countries that have conflicting claims with China, and of course the United States, which is the sort of a self-appointed protector of freedom of navigation in international waters, including in the Pacific.
So if China won't listen to this ruling, what recourse do we have?
Very difficult to say, because quite frankly, this judgment doesn't bring any enforcement mechanism. So the question is, what is the rest of the international community going to do? And which is to say, is there enough of a consensus and a coalition, if you wish, of the willing in this, that would say to China, hey, enough is enough, you've got to lay off and pack and go home? Or are we willing to let it be by default, and simply that China keeps this expansion, significant territorial expansion, or not? What is the United States going to do? Will the United States try to patrol these areas, trying to vindicate the right of innocent passage and freedom of navigation in international waters? Or will we kind of tread carefully not to antagonize China? This is really the big deal coming forward.
The ruling of the International Court seems to have opened an opportunity for some resolution or for somebody else to come in and deal with the South China Sea, but you're saying that it doesn't come with its own enforcement, and so the situation is far from over. Thank you for joining us. For GPI Forward, I'm Ty Reagan. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos.